Okay, I absolutely hate these blinds. Now they all work and they all do work blackout, but on the inside they're so fugly I can't stand the sight of them, so they go in. And now these. Right then, so these are not quite so pretty, but I will have to put some kind of a board around them. I'll let you see. Ah, a bit of light. This one is not so bad. I've checked behind it and the ply is pretty dry. This one, not so good, because I've checked behind this and as you can see, the ply is not very dry. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do about that. I can't imagine that getting that piece of ply out of there and putting a new one in is going to be really easy. So what I need when I cut a new piece of ply, to cut it to this profile. But I don't know how well screwed in it is. It's not, hang on. Yeah, it's incredibly damp down there as well, so it's a whole new piece of ply. I'm not entirely sure. Please don't tell me that this is screwed into that piece of ply. I don't know how that's attached in there. I'm sure one of you guys will know. Probably just Sikaflex right in. If they had Sikaflex in 1995. But this is what's going to have to happen. I'm going to have to find out a way. I can't see any screws. I don't know how that's in there. If it's glued in, I'm buggered. Because that's rotten. At least that top bit of ply is rotten. I don't know what to do, guys. If you do know, give us a shout in the comments. I don't know how to get one of those out of there, but I do think that overall, I do think that overall it all looks better without that white plastic on it. It's all going to be recovered anyway, so these horrible little bits where the plastic was, they're all going to get covered up. I say that like that's going to be an easy job, but it's probably not going to be an easy job. While I was in here, I discovered that this is probably not... I'm not sure this is how this boarding came. It's almost as if they've put this on afterwards. It's very clinical. I don't really like the clinical look. I know it's the toilet, but I still would like it to be... Hello! I still would like it to be more cosy than this. Oh yeah, started to take the carpet off because the carpet was pretty hideous. So there's one layer, and then some foam, and then another layer, all making it quite bulky back here. I want to take all of that off and then put some of the like silver bubble insulation over here. But it was carpeted. The first bit of carpet was put in before the cupboards, which is awesome. Don't know what to do about that. I'm just going to have to try and cut it flush and then just hope the next bit of covering that I put on, that I can tuck it nicely in there. It feels there is a gap. Obviously there's a gap because the carpet's there. But that's what I'm going to have a look at, because this is the original top of the van, this ledge here, and all the bits sticking up the top, obviously fiberglass. So yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to cut it all flat. I think that I can release this board a bit to tuck some carpet down behind there. Or carpet or whatever covering I choose. But what to do with this horrible stuff? It's going to get painted over, no doubt. I have to get new lights. Why do they always go yellow? Anyway, the Hobbit says there's too many lights in here as it is. And I have a tendency to agree with him. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I think that's 11, is it? 11 lights. We've got 11 lights in here. 11 lights is too much. Just maybe 1 by the sink and 1 by the cooker. We don't even need that. We literally just need a light in the middle. You know what it's like in campers. They're so tiny. And if I want something a little bit fancy, I'll just have a low level LED somewhere. So, I'm very happy to say that Steve got something delivered in an extremely large cardboard box. So, while he was cutting it up, he decided to bring a bit out here. And he has cut out a template for this shelf. So, I think that might be going in tomorrow. And that really pleases me. So, Operation Fit a Shelf has been completed. Steve has fitted a shelf and put a nice A-trim at the front. Now, there is one slight problem, and I'll show you it now. So, the problem is, or should I say the challenge and the opportunity, the challenge is that when I brought the bedroll in, it fits across there, but I have difficulty squeezing the whole thing in between there and there. So I've come up with a genius plan. Okay, what I've done, which I think is reasonably genius, is to cut the foam of the bedroll into 4 sections. I've taken into consideration the gaps that will be left with the folds when I put the cover back on, and hopefully when I put the cover back on, and then I'm just going to safety pin down the gaps. Hopefully it's going to fold over in a concertina and I'll be able to shove it back in easier. We will see. Okie dokie then, there it is, done. Now, the reason that I've just safety pinned it and not sewn it in is because this cover will have to come off for cleaning at some point, and that isn't going to happen if I sew it down these 2 bits. So now I've got to concertina it up, maybe the other way. There, that's much flatter. Now I have to go and see if I can fit it in my hole. And there we have it. Now when I had it rolled up, it came all the way up to here, and I couldn't have fit it in if I'd have put my blankies behind there. But now tons of blankets can fit in there as well. I'm well happy with that. I'm going to put my blankets in there and see how much space I've got, because I think I've got a picnic table to put in there as well. And the results are in. 4 blankets and a bedroll, or a bed concertina as we're calling it now. 1 blanket all the way across the back, 1, 2, 3 here. Now I'm waiting for material to come, so that, oh, and the foam obviously, so that I can do the bench seat along there. It's going to be early January before Tracy can do these 2 seats, so I'm looking forward to that. But I am really looking forward to seeing what this is going to look like when I've done the bench seat cushions and when the Hobbit has made the centre part. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so Stevie's getting on with the central part of the bed, and I am currently getting on with resizing the fleece duvet cover that goes over the bedroll. And this is the fleece duvet cover that goes over the bedroll. As you can see, it was a little bit longer than we needed it to be, by about, I'd say, 12 inches. Right, it would appear that Steve has done the bed centre, so if you could just show us how that all works, dear.
Okay, well, look, there's your bench seat. There's no cushions on at the moment, and this tucks neatly out the way in here. So you just pull that out into the centrepiece, legs up, and folds down into place.
And
then the other bit out. Ta-da! One flat surface.
It looks a little bit bumpy, but as soon as you get the cushions on and the weight of our bodies, it's all going to be lovely, isn't it, dear?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So we're very happy with that. I just can't wait to get the flipping cushions on there. I'm going to give you a look at the finished product. Now you have to bear in mind that there are no actual seat cushions underneath this, but this is roughly what it's going to be like. I'm really quite happy with that. So this is just so that I don't have to put a sheet on every night. And I've oh, you can't see it from, oh yes, so I've left the buttons there so that I can take it off every now and again to give it a wash. And that is basically our sheet, and that is just so lush to sleep on. I just had a lie down. This bedroll is from Poppy, when there used to be an upstairs sleeping bit, and this is what the people were supposed to sleep on. There is no way on God's earth a normal person could sleep on this thin mattress. I mean, look. You just couldn't. I just laid down on it and thought, oh, it's not too bad, and then I rolled over onto my side and I went, oh yeah, couldn't stand more than 1 minute of that. So there we have it, the bedroll's done. Please, 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 material people, send me my material, and foam people, please send me my foam. Over and out. Amen.